Hello everyone to the latest F1 race in the Nitro Racing League. We are at Japan, and as you can see here, we are going to go from a dry to a wet race here in Japan, and that had everyone very confused on what to do in with qualifying, because it seemed like it was going to be like midway through the race, and we weren't sure that the sauce would be able to make it that far. So I elected to go for a medium qualify on the medium tires because I felt like the rain wouldn't come till later in the race with what that report said. So I was hoping, the people that start on softs, if anyone does, will have to pit before the rain comes, and then we can jump them when the rain comes and stuff like that. So my lap was competitive. It was just rough because all the people that qualified in mediums, like the top four, there was like four of us, like top four guys that qualified in mediums were separated by less than a tenth. So like everyone's lap was super, super similar. And yeah, so, and then this is the order. I'm going to be starting P6, and you can see by the leaderboard, the third through sixth is right next to each other, but getting right into the start here. I had a decent start, but with Japan, you don't really have anywhere to take a good start, just because the track's really narrow, and that's how the first turn is. It's just really risky and unnecessary. So I kind of decided to fall in line, but and I see this movement up here, so I'm taking my sweet time because I don't want to push the issue. But Bacon goes on my outside here, and he makes an aggressive move and is able to overtake me there. I should have probably been a little more aggressive to make sure that didn't happen in the first place, but it is what it is. And I felt like I was going to struggle today. I had a really good run here last season where I led most of the race, but it was mostly just because I had track position, not because I was that fast. I felt like I was going to struggle just because I just struggle at Japan most of the time. So we were just going to hope the rain would come around lap 15 or something, but yeah, it's a little later in the lap. You can see Bacon messes up the spoon, and I use Rich and all my ERS that I can to try to overtake him into, I think it's called 130R, and I do. So basically, we are back to a net zero gain at the start, which is good, because I think it's pretty hard to overtake here in general. But coming in lap 2 into the final chicane, something happens. I think there was contact, and Puck got shunted there a little bit. So yeah, we gained another spot, so we're up to P5. So everything so far kind of going our way after a meh start. And at this point, this is lap 4, and I was checking the weather report, and there's a lot of contact in front of me with Gale and Matt. I don't think either got damaged, but I sure got the nerves going because I was like, oh god, don't wreck in front of me. I was also checking the weather report a lot too to see when the rain's coming. Jeff, the like your crew chief guy, kept saying it's coming soon, but it never came. But a little further into lap 4, Matt gets a little bad exit out of Spoon, and then I get I'm using Rich and ERS, but I decided against it since I don't think I would have been able to get enough of a position into this turn here to make the pass. So I elected to wait a second, and I almost hit him. But I get a decent run through the chicane, and I think I'm close enough here to go for a overtake with ERS and Rich Fuel and DRS. So I get a nice run, exit off the chicane, and I'm able to pass him down the front straightaway. So now I have found myself into the 4th place, and honestly, I was kind of surprising myself that I was this far up at this point, just with how I felt like going into this race. You see, we are now here on lap 8, and it has now started to rain. But the issue was, it wasn't wet enough. The track was definitely getting slicker, but it just was not going to get wet enough at this time. And I was hoping it would stay like this, just so like the guys on softs would have to pit and give up all their track position. But it just wasn't getting slick yet. And here we are on lap 11. And the people who started on softs definitely are stretching it out at this point, because I believe if you started on softs, you wanted to pit lap 9 generally. But this was time. It was starting to get pretty slick, and everyone decided to come in at lap 11. But I made a mistake where wet tires, wet track, you don't slow down as fast. So I got a 5-second time penalty there, and then I got held by the McLaren entering the pits, so I'm also going to lose the position to Bacon. Actually, his name's Cameron. But yeah, I was pretty annoyed because like, oh, I got a 5-second penalty, and then I got held by Jay there, and it really just screwed me. But after 2 laps on the inters, it didn't feel quite right, and then I think everyone kind of realized the track wasn't wet enough, and you can see all the inters are just on fire, and like it was it just wasn't wet enough, and that was a big concern. And it's like we need more rain for these things to work, and yeah, it was bad. And then lap 15 came around, and then a safety car came out. So I think Snake Bike crashed, and this was actually really good for me because my 5-second time penalty, I can take it now because I decided to box this lap, and I enter it really easy so I don't get a penalty again. But I can take my 5 seconds here, and that helps me when we come to the safety car restart at the start of lap 19, and it is really slow here. But yeah, you can see it's raining definitely a lot harder now, and it was interesting. I was very interested to see what was going to happen when we go into the first turn here. But it was definitely I can tell you at this point I already knew the inters felt so much better because the track was wet enough for the inters. And honestly, at this point at the race, I'm going to be honest, everyone kind of fell in line, and I'm going to be honest, I don't think an overtake happened for the rest of the race here. Like everyone it was just so, there wasn't enough grip, and you just couldn't really do anything, especially with the dirty air. And I don't think a single overtake happened. So yeah, we aren't jumping up to lap 21 here. And just showing you that I ended up getting a time penalty, and I was like, oh, that made me pretty sad because I was like, that cost me a spot to Jay there. And you can see Gale Force in 4th is got a 5-second time penalty. So does Mahu. We're taking those away because it was under safety car, and you get weird penalties under safety car, man. It's crazy. But we're on lap 26 here because literally nothing's happened. The running order is still the same. Jay goes through 130R and goes really wide, and then gets another 3-second time penalty, and that makes it so now we are now ahead of him on track. So that was nice. So gonna gain a spot here because you can see Matt behind me does not have a time penalty, so he's gonna overtake me as well. And we're just going through the last lap here. So a net P6 here on the track. So finished where we started, so I guess that isn't the worst thing in the world, and it's alright because I'm okay with this finish. I was expecting to struggle a little today, and I kind of did. So yeah, brought it home P6, and it was a tough race, and it was raining pretty hard, but it is what it is. Not my strongest performance, but I didn't expect it going into this race. And then you can see the results here. The results aren't accurate due to the time penalties being taken and given and stuff, so don't take too much into it, but I can say 100% confidence I did finish 6th in this race. And that was the Japan race in Nitro, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you liked the video, don't forget to follow, like and subscribe, and you can watch these Nitro races live on my Twitch channel Saturday nights. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!